but none of you are happy. All of you are empty and miserable and walking around like robots, really and truly.
What?
So get out of this system, okay? Because the patriarchy has damaged you. It's made you entitled. It's made you see women as sexual objects.
Whoa.
It hasn't given you a fair chance in life. And
If I was to envision a future that was a lot better in the context of gender, it would be one where, you know, someone's quality of life isn't directly rooted in the gender they identify with.
What about the men? It's not about equality. It's about power. It's about gaining modern benefits while also retaining traditional benefits. That's why women like this shame men for consuming pornographic content. Meanwhile, we'll never talk ill of that industry or a woman being promiscuous or selling her body for money, because to her, it's women empowerment.
men need to start realizing, okay, it's time to forget about the patriarchy and what the patriarchy told you, because the patriarchy told you that you need to suppress your emotions and you need to perform this unrealistic expectation of what masculinity is.
She's trying to convince us that patriarchy is the villain and that masculinity is the disease. In her world, men ain't shit, men are lonely, entitled, undeserving of, because they're not showing anything that is of value to women. We all see women as objects. We're being told that we're too strong, that we are not in control or in tune with our emotions, and that we are unable to live up to this high requirement of manhood. And
men are not allowing women to reach them. They have this idea that, like, you know, if I tell a woman about my true emotions, she's going to use them against me. She's going to weaponize them. But this is what the patriarchy told them.
Whoa.
Women actually want men to open up. Women actually protect a man's spirit. They want you to drop the mask and be real with them.
I would say...
Okay, this is fascinating watching these men in this room yes her to death as she explains what she thinks is a fair point. But she sees masculinity, and specifically masculine men, as inherently toxic and are an evil to be dispatched. The idea that the male loneliness epidemic, if you want to describe it as that, has absolutely nothing to do with women, as she said, is absolutely insane. Masculinity is not the problem. Good masculinity, moral masculinity is not the problem, nor is there a current patriarchy that you are being oppressed in. Stop it. And in fact, moral masculinity is what you continue to sidestep while blaming the very men who hold this world up.